owing on it, that will be your security or collateral that I will hold in order to do business with you. You break open your house one time, they rape your mother, they rape your father, they rape your brother, they rape your sister, they rape your auntie, they rape your auntie, they rob you of all your jewels, they take your car if you have a license firearm, they take your firearm and they go on with that. And those that are supposed to vote for this bill, for the next year, you all are pleased and it's okay with that. What are they smoking? You cannot come and tell Saieed, well, hear this now. Saieed, mass mandatory, here we go. It come to an end. And then you come and tell me, here we go on Saieed. If you go to the supermarket, the grocery, or the malls, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you go to a pharmacy, you have to wear your mask. Saieed, if you're traveling, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the transportation hub, you have to wear your mask. If you're going to church side, you have to wear your mask. If you're in the school side, you're wearing your mask. If you go to a barber salon, you go to the theater, you're wearing your mask. Which dum-dum in Trinidad and Tobago will go in a theater and buy a popcorn and a juice and sit down and wear a mask? Thanks! If every councillor go through their constituency, do video clips like this and send it for us, I'm gonna be so happy just to play it on our program on a Wednesday night. You know why I would be happy? I will be filled with joy in my heart. You know why? Because the councillor is getting off their butts and they are actually going and doing some live video shoots. Real Talk took the initiative to find out suppliers of wheat in the world that National Flour Mill could go to. So now Romano is saying the company is not going to raise any price in the near future. Why? Why? Is it because the S-boss and they realize now that, hey, it is in the public domain that we could go right Mexico and buy flour and wheat? We could go right China and buy wheat? I am about change. And thus far, Real Talk is very effective in Trinidad and Tobago, coming towards making changes for the citizens. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have urged the population to appreciate and be grateful for the availability of the utilities. This, as Gonzalez recalled, time in his life when he had to fetch water using a bucket from a nearby river. Gonzalez, I want you to understand something. I want you, Mr. Gonzalez, to understand something. You are being paid thousands of dollars by public utility, by the finance ministry, to govern WASA. Come on. To govern WASA, I want you to understand that you ain't going in no office for no free code. You are being paid. Do not tell me that I, Saieed, have to be grateful for the water I get it. Let me tell you something, Gonzalez. Every 4 months, I have to pay $400 and I get water once a bloody month. So don't come on a media briefing and say, Saieed, you have to be contented. You have to be happy. Marvin, the next best thing for you to do is to resign and get the hell out of here. and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Remember, we are the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. It's Current Affairs, where we deal with the issues that is affecting us on a daily basis. So, Trinidad and Tobago, I am Saieed Ali. You have been Real Talk with Saeed. Call your friends, call your family, send them the little 50-cent message or your message. Tell them we are going live. So, in doing that, I just want to remind you, if you send on fixed deposits, remember that. Also, you can be a member of the Real Talk Credit Union. First, be a member, open for rainy days. So, our numbers are on screen, viewers. Feel free to contact our number, our business office, Monday to Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at our central office at number 14 Carolina Savannah Road in Shogunas, and our south office at 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village in San Fernando. So viewers, we encourage you to save. We encourage you to make an investment. Now, at Real Talk, 4% on fixed deposits. We are the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago that is offering you 4% on fixed deposit. Remember, you can open a US account also, you know. You can also open a US account. So remember that, viewers. Also, Real Talk will be opening an office in Guyana. Real Talk Finance and Investment. Also, Real Talk Equipment Rental will also be launched in Guyana in the coming weeks. So Trinidad and Tobago, we are spreading our wings. God is blessing me. God is blessing my company. And we are flying high. So remember that, viewers. We are expanding into other countries. And I do thank God for that. So, remember, those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can contact me also at 339-1670. Set up an appointment. Come visit me. Members, as we start our program tonight, members of the Muslim community once again took to the streets and called for peace in a march to show solidarity with the Palestinians. Now, the Palestinians are affected by the ongoing war with Israel. Many participants wore the color of the Palestine flag, green, white, and black, and waved the flag as they marched through the streets of Shogunas. The group repeatedly criticized Israel and its allies, including the U.S., calling the decade-old deadly conflict between the Jews and the Arabs a genocide. Decades ago, the Jewish had fled Europe and were given refuge in Palestine. Pro of the NGO Concerned Muslim of Trinidad and Tobago, or Concerned Muslim of TNT, and spokesman MTS Mohammed said, it has been recorded as the worst genocide in the world's history. He said the U.S. had the power to stop the conflict. However, Mohammed said in his view, the U.S. was equally responsible for the genocide. Israel declared war on the Gaza Strip after the October 7th unprecedented attack by Hamas, an Islamic group committed to the destruction of Israel. The Gaza Strip is home to over 2 million people, and since 2007, Gaza has been under the control of Hamas. Shoguna's Mayor Faik Mohammed also called for an end to the war. Activist Ford Abubakar said, it is heart-wrenching to look at the videos coming out of Gaza. He said, he thinks about his own when he sees pictures of affected children. So Trinidad and Tobago, they march for peace. They march to stop war in other countries. In other countries. All well and good. All well and good. All well and good. I will support them in their march. This war has been going on for decades. For decades and decades and decades. Now, Some of you may bash me for this, but the truth is the truth. How many individuals took to the streets when high cost of living takes place in Trinidad and Tobago? Understand what I'm saying? I will support them in their march, not a problem. We are marching to stop a war in another country, while we in Trinidad have our own war going on here that no march is taking place. Remember the incident with George Floyd, the criminal who police killed in the US? We in Trinidad, we marched because the police killed a criminal in the US. Yeah. Yeah. All remember that? Now I'm going to tell you something. I'll tell you something. Not because my hair is straight. Not because my hair is straight, I'm going to say this. I am an Indian, yes. I work among Douglas. I work among Africans. I work among Spanish. Right here at Real Talk Group. And when George Floyd was killed, I'll tell you something. I'm a black man. I want you to understand that. I didn't born in a white man country. I didn't born in England. I didn't born in Europe. I didn't born in Canada. I didn't born in the US. I am a black man. I am a Trinbagonian. We black people took to the streets to protest the killing of a black man in the US by a police officer. Little did we know he was a criminal. So like I said, the march is all well and good. All well and good. We have property tax, we have march. Gas went up twice this year, nobody have march. Cost of living went up, nobody have march. 2024, January come in. Electricity rate most likely might go up. We ain't hear no marching. Marvin Gonzalez said Wasa is going to hike their prices. We ain't see no marching. Now if I am wrong, you tell me, you know. You tell me. The right thing is the right thing. Look, escalating crime, escalating murder rate, escalating home invasion. No march in Trinidad. No march to protect our own country. No march to stop something in our own country. You know what we're marching for? We're marching to stop our war in Palestine. We're marching to stop our war in Gaza. That's what we're doing. Now, if I am wrong, I am live presently on Synergy Network. If I am wrong, call me and tell me, Saeed, you're damn well wrong. 2386716. Call me and tell me, Saeed, you're wrong. I support March for a Change. But we can't stop that war that is taking place. We cannot do it. But if we march for a betterment for Trinidad and Tobago, we could get it done. You know why? We are on our soil. We are marching for our rights. We are marching for our benefits. We are marching for changes for our children. Plenty of them might get vexed with me for that, you know. But the right thing is the right thing. All the murder rate that taking place in Trinidad and Tobago, did we see anybody march? No, nobody a march. Nobody a come out and march. Nobody even talking about marching. Two, 3, 8, 6, 7, 1, 6. Tell me if I am wrong. Moving along, the much anticipated crime talk proposed by President Christine Kangaloo may not happen after all. You see? The president saying this talk now, this crime talk may not happen. This, as both the government and the opposition are pointing fingers of blame at each other for the delay. You see? Right there, right there, right there. We're marching for our next country. Who can't even help us? They can't even help us. There's war going on there. We're marching for them to stop. How much groups in Trinidad and Tobago marching for betterment for our own country? Call her good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
You say call in and tell you how we think. You're damn right.
Tell me if I am wrong, you know.
You're damn right.
Look. Caller, you go ahead. Tell me what you have to tell me. You gone? Thank you, my friend. Crime talk right here in Trinidad. Right here, the president saying may not happen. Why? Because the UNC and the PNM pointing fingers at one another. And I said, hey, we marching to save somebody else, but we can't march for our own country. We 1.4 million people. Trinidad is at 2 by 2. And we cannot march to fix our own country right here. All I want to bash man. Now is the time to bash man. Now is the time to bash man. The march, Baraka Grong, the march Shoguners, they probably march on the highway and that is it. March done. Case closed, talk done. That is why people won't like me. You know why? You know why? I will say what needs to be said, not what people want to hear. Potato going up, how much people march? Sugar going up, how much people march? How much Muslim come out and march for crime rate in Trinidad? Yes, I am a Muslim. How much Muslim came out and march? Because the cost of living going up. Murders on the streets, home invasion, larcenies, kidnapping, rape. We come out and march. I am a Muslim and I talking about it. So you want to bash? Bash a Muslim for talking about the correct thing. Now, however, if the meeting does not convene, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has made it clear that he will not be present and accused the UNC of using gimmicks. Speaking yesterday, the PM said the government's focus for the meeting was on the legislative agenda, while the opposition outlined issues such as the Commissioner of Police role and stand your ground laws. Rowley stated, "This is not about me. It is about the government meeting the opposition." He stated that he has work up to his eyeball, but can guarantee that the team sent from the PNM's government will do exactly what the people's interest requires. Listen to this.
This is not about me. This is not about me. It's about the government meeting the opposition. They deal with personalities. We deal with institutions. That's the difference. This is not about me, for me to promote myself. Self-promotion is for them. I have woke up to my eyeball. Understand? And I can guarantee you that when I am not there, the team that is sent there from this PNM government will do exactly what the people's interests require, which is to look after the people's interests. To tell me and to make it a condition. Apparently she wants to talk to me. She has my phone number. She knows where I live. If the opposition leader says, "I want to come and see you," no, I tell you, come. But don't come and tell me about if we have to talk about an issue, whether it's crime or it's dredging or draining or oceaning, don't tell me that if I am not there, it cannot go forward. I have not put myself in that situation, sir. When I am not here, Isn't there a prime minister in the office? When I am not in this country, isn't somebody in the office of prime minister and the country runs along as smoothly as ever? That's how it is. I don't put myself in a situation where if I am not there, maybe that's how it is with her. She wants to promote herself through crime talks. I want the government to talk to the opposition. If she can't find 4 people to say, talk to the government, then say so.
So viewers, we have a little breaking news for you all. In Mayaro this afternoon. Hey, Trinidad is a real place, you know. A little breaking news for you that happened in Mayaro this evening. An individual, a male individual from Mayaro, went into the Mayaro police station to make a report of a robbery. Only to realize, when he went in the police station to make the report of a robbery, they seen the officer who robbed him. Hey, Trinidad is not a real place sometimes, you know. Imagine, you're living in an area. A robbery took place in the area. When you went in now the station to make the report, you're actually seeing the officer who robbed you. How are you going to deal with that? That happened in Mayaro this evening. But the thing is, it wasn't a police officer. It was a defense force officer and army officials. Imagine that. Imagine that. A robbery took place. Go to make a report, only to meet up now the army individual in the station taking the report. But the holy individual one time in Mayaro police station. It's sad, and it's real sad. Crime taking place right here, we are marching. We take it for granted. We're trying to save our next man country before we save we own one. Hence the reason why when I come up here on my platform and we start 7 o'clock, there are not more friends and family here, you know. Because I here to demand things for our country, not our next man country. Our country. Our country. So, the PM also accused the opposition of wanting crime to continue for its own political gain and stated that after working with the people in the opposition, it was his view that they do not want any improvement in the crime situation in this country. However, Rowley added that his government's responsibility is to fight crime and added that if anybody is desperate for a change in this country, it is the government. This is the Rowley.
This idea of crime talks does not excuse the government from its responsibility of being responsible for the country's safety and security. We all know that. And if we rely and wait on the opposition to help us do that or to do that for us, the government will get nothing done. Because it is my view, having worked with this particular group of people in the opposition, that they do not want any improvement in the crime situation in this country. Because they believe that if the country is being beaten down by regular, frequent, outrageous criminal conduct, that is a political bonanza for them to engage verbally and for them to engage and campaign on electorally. So they don't really want any change. If anybody is desperate for a change in this country in this matter, it's the government. Because the government is held responsible for the safety and security and the personal conduct of everybody in this country. So when you tell me that you are not going to name people unless the Prime Minister is chairing it, you couldn't be serious.
What I will tell the Prime Minister is his government have a job to do to the best of their ability. That's all I have to say. Yes, we just bash them from time to time. Yes, we just put them on the spot from time to time. TTPS also. Minister of National Security is supposed to be active in figuring out ways to fix Trinidad and Tobago. Even the Commissioner of Police. But then say what? Say what? They're like some mannequin stand up in a corner, they can't even move. No progress. The truth is the truth. This is Real Talk with Saieed Ali. So, before we go for this break, viewers, let's highlight our friends of Real Talk. Narissa. How are you, my darling? P.O. Box 56, Pajé Road Extension, Tunapuna, by the Red Parlor. Now, is that how you're going, darling? Christmas coming, you know. And I tell you, don't be surprised. You will never know when Saieed will pull up with that. Hey, I buy my own record now, you know. You never know when I go pull up with my record. And bailiff and police. And empty your house in a recess. You see, Nudge Christmas? Christmas in the air? I'm going to tell you something. Watch out, you know. Watch out. Oh, the parlor. Christmas tree. The ham from the fridge. We going with the ham and all. You feel it's joke? No, sir. You never know. You never know when Saieed could pull up in front of your house and take your ham, you know. Even the Christmas tree. I'm going to tell you something there, sir. I'm laughing and I'm talking and thing on my show. But you see Raquel didn't want to pay. Running, ducking, hiding. We got Raquel vehicle. We got it. I don't beat up. So viewers, we're going for a short commercial break, but when we come back from this break, Security Minister on pepper spray license after this.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Welcome back to Realtalk viewers. Remember, we do offer 4% on fixed deposit. Remember that. Caller, good night.
Saieed, a pleasant good night.
Go right ahead, my darling.
Saieed, I find Rowley have no shame and referring to the opposition as them set of people. That is the most distasteful thing coming from a prime minister. You embarrassed this lady to the max when they had the meeting in Port-au-Spain, the heads of some nonsense. And I ain't seen nothing change in the country with all that money spent to hold that big meeting, CARICOM something, wherever it is. I choose not to even remember because it ain't worth nothing. All taxpayers' money went there. You embarrassed the lady to the highest and tell them, don't listen to her. That is your opposition leader. You have no respect. You're a very disrespectful prime minister. You don't know how to speak to people. You embarrass reporters. You're embarrassing the country on a whole. Correct. And what you going to Saudi Arabia for to bed? Them people are stupid out there, no?
True.
They're taking care of their citizens to the best. The citizens are going through what we going through here, you know.
Correct.
So you don't worry to go Saudi Arabia and bong shoulders with them fellas and them.
No.
Them fellas and them is very intelligent fellas. And stop asking the opposition to come and sit with you to fight crime, because you don't want to solve crime. You and Hines don't want to solve crime at all. You had a man there, Gary Griffith, who was getting crime under control.
Correct.
And due to your attitude and your dirty ways, you fire the man. And
Correct.
now, Saeed, you know what Hines want to do? Tell them to do polygraph. Who started the polygraph test? Who started till a whole battalion of them leave the circus
Correct.
early o'clock?
Well said, well said.
Hines want to say he telling them do polygraph?
Yeah.
Let Rowley and them go and sleep as they are accustomed, Saeed. Good night.
Thank you, my friend. So, viewers, remember I was telling you all, very soon Real Talk will have its wrecking service just now? Very soon, well, we have our first record. You know, I could have shown this probably about a month back, you know, but you know, it was customizing. You know, so I like nice thing now, you know. So I like a truck to look nice. So I like vehicle to look nice, you know. So very soon, hopefully in a week from now, we're going to have Real Talk wrecking service, viewers. Call us. It's not... Hey, Narissa, you see that? You see the tracker? Watch, man. You see the stuff in the parlor? You see the Christmas tree? You see the bed and stove and thing? It could fit on this truck. It could fit on this truck. So, viewers, very soon, Real Talk Record Service will be hitting the streets of Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something. That's only the first truck. It's a fleet we're going at. It's a fleet of over 100 records we're going at. Trust me. God have been good to me. You see, we expanded in Guyana. Real Talk Equipment Rental in Guyana. Real Talk Finance and Investment Company in Guyana. In a matter of days, I should get all my papers. All. I don't have 95% of the papers already. It's just maybe something take like this I'm waiting for. And that's it. The final stages in paperwork. And we good to go. We good to go. We do things by the book. We do things by the book. When I tell you stand up, stand up. When I tell you invest, you're going to make money. Invest, you're going to make money. Trust me. The Real Talk Reckon will be hitting Trinidad and Tobago by the end of next week. So stay tuned for more. That's just the first record. So, Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines have stated that a total of 38 persons have received pepper spray license for their individual use since the implementation of the Firearms Amendment legislation to provide this use of pepper spray as a non-lethal weapon as protection against criminals. Since the legislation was implemented in 2021, remember, right here we pushed for that, you know. Right here Real Talk demanded it. A device that would protect women. Now, the legislation was implemented in 2021. Hines said there were 517 applications for pepper spray license as at October 12th. Those include 110 importers, 23 retailers and distributors, and 384 individual users. Out of this number, 50 licenses were approved. Listen to this.
According to information received from the Commissioner of Police, since the commencement of the Act, there have been 517 applications for pepper spray licenses as at the 12th of October 2023, and they are as follows. Importers applications 110, retailer or distributor applications 23, and individual user applications 384. Since the commencement of the Act, the number of licenses granted and disaggregated is as follows. For the importers, 8 have been distributed, 6 male, 2 female. As for retailers, 3 male, 1 female, and as for users, 15 male, 23 female. Mr. President, the average duration for the approval or denial of a pepper spray permit application, considering the varying categories, are as follows. For importers' licenses, 8 weeks, retailers, 8 weeks, and for the users, 4 weeks. May I thank you.
Now, viewers, question on whether police were ensuring that people who were granted pepper spray license knew how to properly use it. Hines replied that he is confident that the Commissioner of Police, in administering this law, will do so in accordance with the laws and the regulation that surround them. Hines also is confident that police were dealing with illegal importation of pepper spray because it is a business of the police to prevent crimes and other infractions of the law. Listen to him.
I would think so, since I am confident that the Commissioner of Police, in administering this law, would do so in accordance with the laws and the regulations that surround them.
Senator.
Thank you. Final question on this supplemental. Can the Minister indicate if the Commissioner of Police and her team are also monitoring illegal importation of the pepper sprays into the country to protect the public interest?
Minister.
Again, Mr. President, I would anticipate, I would expect that to be the case, since it is the business of the police to prevent crimes and other infractions of the laws.
So, Trinidad and Tobago, from this Friday coming, Real Talk will be launching its Parang show. Now, last year, 2022, we started off 1 month of Parang every Friday on our program. So from Friday coming, we're going to have Parang artists coming in. We're going to have chutney artists coming in also, because Christmas is where Parang artists and chutney singers launch their latest Christmas song. So from this Friday on Real Talk, we're going to start our Parang show. So remember that, viewers, every Friday from now until Christmas, on the 22nd of December will be our final show on television for the year 2023. But nevertheless, we're going to have Parang every Friday for the rest of the year. I just want to remind you that, viewers. We did it last year, we're going to do it this year. We have our show is going to be packed. Just as it was last year, it's going to be this year. So we're going on to Embud. Minister of Finance Colin Embud has stated that employment is improving in certain sectors of the economy while responding to a question from the opposition. Listen to this.
It is important to note that the employment data presented in that report is now outdated. In September 2023, the Central Statistical Office released more recent employment data up to the second quarter of 2023, which reflects improving employment conditions in both the transport, storage, and communication and construction sectors. In the construction sector, the data reveals a substantial improvement in the number of employed individuals, from 64,900 in the first quarter of 2023 to 78,400 in the second quarter of 2023.
Transport, communication, and storage sector, the number of employment individual went from 28,900 persons in the first quarter of 2023 to 34,200 in the second quarter of 2023. Listen to this.
Within the transport, storage, and communication sector, the number of employed individuals increased from 28,900 persons in the first quarter of 2023 to 34,200 persons in the second quarter of this year. Accordingly, An additional 13,500 persons were employed in the construction sector in the second quarter of 2023 compared to the first quarter of 2023. Further, the number of additional persons employed in this sector was 15,400 when a comparison is made to the first quarter of 2022.
Now viewers, Mbud also noted that the government efforts to create jobs in this sector are yielding very positive results, and he described the opposition question from Lydia as misleading. Listen.
Clearly, the government's efforts to create jobs in these sectors are yielding very positive results. As a result, this question is totally irrelevant and misleading, since in no way could any reasonable person infer that this data creates a condition of stagnant employment numbers. In fact, you would have to be seriously disturbed to think that increases are stagnant. I thank you, Mr. President.
So Ember says it's growing, unemployment is growing, taxes is growing also. Remember that. That is something that is not being dropped. Nope, it's not going to drop. It might get more worse later on. But we in Trinidad, we accepting many things. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, we're going to hear the PM not consulted before change of STT CEO after this.
Real Talk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Yeah, that's not Trinidad and Tobago. I always say when you want to make money, the little you have, make an investment into Real Talk. Remember, I'm a licensed money lender. You have money, you want to invest, you want to make money, because I will tell you something, time's getting real hard, you know. I am telling you that. Times is getting very, very hard. Imagine, we could barely get US in Trinidad and Tobago. Our US credit card have been slashed by half. So those of you who get 5,000, you're getting 2,500. Those of you who get 10,000, getting 5,000. Those of you who get 20, you're getting 10. So businessmen now in Trinidad and Tobago now, who have to stock their business with half the amount, how are they going to make out? How are they going to make out? But then again, what are we going to do? So I just want to make this announcement. Those of you who have US to sell, it's not a problem. We're buying. We're buying. I need US. In order to run my business, I need US. Yes, I need US. So those of you who have TT dollars, you want to make an investment, you want to turn over money, it's not a problem. Contact me, 339-1670. Come into my office. We will sit down and talk. We will talk. Remember, we have credit union running, credit union information. I'm a licensed money lender. We're expanding our finance company in Guyana. We're making business running. We thank God for that. Yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Why? Because my Lord is with me. My Lord is with me. Remember, in the days of Jesus, when he had a crowd, 2 fish multiplied, 2 loaves of bread multiplied, and they fed thousands. So in the midst, when you tell yourself things hard, Saieed is my son, I will bless you among what? Among your enemies, I will bless you. Let me tell you something now. God will bless your enemy to bless you, you know. I'm talking nonsense. Let me tell you something, the kind of thing I witnessed, and the kind of miracles that happened to me. God used my enemy to bless me, you know. And he's also keep my enemies far from me, you know, because so help my God, I will light and deal with you. I will light and deal with you. This is spiritual work. You think I afraid this? You think I come on television and afraid to say these things? No, this is my job. I was blessed to do this. Why would I deny? Why would I deny something I do that has been given unto me from God? Not human. Why would I deny that? God blessing me. And he keeping my enemies further away from me. And he also using my enemies to bless me. I'm telling you. So when you want to make money, let me tell you something. The money that you want to invest, the money that you want to turn over and make more money, plant it in Real Talk, is a solid, miraculous foundation. Take what I'm telling you. Miraculous. So Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley have stated that he was not consulted before the telecommunication service of Trinidad and Tobago CEO was changed last week. This after he was questioned on whether he was consulted before the CEO's dismissal, given the state is that the company's majority shareholders. Now, asked if he was informed of the move in advance, Rowley said that he knew that there were attempts made to ensure that there was accountability and that the government would get a clear and accurate report from the company. Listen to this.
No, I was not.
Were you informed of it before it happened?
I knew that there were attempts made to ensure that there was accountability and that the government would get a clear and accurate report from the company as to what actually happened. That much I knew.
Now, viewers, former CEO Lisa Agard was replaced last Wednesday by former TSTT GM, Customer Experience and Marketing, Kent Western. Neither the company nor Agard has since stated the reason for the change or whether she was indeed dismissed. Imagine we even get that info yet, eh? What was the reason for Agard being dismissed? The move came weeks after the telecommunication provider was hacked, losing 6 gigabytes of sensitive customer information. The company did not inform the public of the attack until weeks after the event and downplayed it significantly. Agard, along with other management members, have since been garnered heavy criticism from the public over how the matter was handled. Let me tell you something. Something like this, the public is supposed to be aware immediately. Why? Because it's our information being in the World Wide Web. Supposed to be secured in a server, but it is not secured. It is all over the world now. All over the world. It's sad, eh? Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Regional Amo, have stated that judicial administrators must stay sensitive and alert to the threats of cyber attack. He stated that experts recovered 90% of the data compromised last July cyber attack on the Ministry of the Attorney General and Legal Affairs Office. Meanwhile, noting cyber attacks on public and private institutions in recent months, Chief Justice Ivor Archie stated that the judiciary cannot afford to become complacent after finding or fending off a similar attack. Complacent. Amo is telling us, don't get too comfortable. Or as a matter of fact, don't get comfortable while cyber attack is going on. No, be on your guard. Don't be complacent. Don't be comfortable and feel that it wouldn't happen again. Believe me, when you become comfortable, complacent, that's it. It could happen at any point in time. So Amos telling us, be on our guard. He asked, what was the best practice and the appropriate level of encryption, saying these were among the questions to consider for researchers as there is an urgent need for solution. Listen.
This is the new reality, and hackers are always adapting. So must we. Judiciaries hold extremely sensitive information about and belonging to customers, litigants, and even jurors. What is best practice? What are the appropriate levels of encryption? These and other questions will be considered as we search for urgently needed solutions.
So Trinidad and Tobago, cyber security is a serious thing. Cyber attacks is a serious thing. All our data will be loosed. And I will say this without apologizing. All our data, all our private information will be loosed on the dark web, as we call it. So once you know to surf around the web to find information, believe me, you're finding anything. Anything. If the White House could be hacked and they blame Russia for it, who is Trinidad and Tobago? Who is Trinidad and Tobago? This is why I just always say, you're changing your password on the system very often. Very, very often. Keeping key information on pen and paper is very important. I tell you, we're going back in the days, you know. We're going back in the days. Cyber attack now started happening in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. It now started happening. But then say what? We have to keep updated with technology. Cyber security, it's a key thing. So we are going for a short commercial break, viewers. But when we come back, we're going to hear what Munilal have to say concerning data breach. After this.
Real Talk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Grony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtalk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtalk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Remember, we are the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. We are on Synergy Network from 7 to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday, and there's a rerun the next day from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So, viewers, remember, Real Talk Group of Company is growing. We have Real Talk Real Estate, we have Real Talk Equipment Rental, we have Real Talk Security and Intelligence, we have Real Talk Credit Union Information, we have Real Talk Money Lending, Finance and Investment. Now we're going to have Real Talk Wrecking Service available to Trinidad and Tobago in about a week's time. We are also extending Real Talk Equipment Rental, our company in Guyana. Also, Real Talk Finance and Investment will be launching its doors in Guyana in the coming weeks. I'm just waiting for 2 documents again to finish my 10-page approval, and we're good to go. We're good to go. The grace of God is upon me. I just tell people that, you know. So that's why I just tell you, viewers, when you want to make money, you're looking for soil. You're looking for grounds. That's not smart man running, but people who can show you how to make your money. Remember, times are getting harder, and you need extra cash. Electricity is going to go up. The first quarter in 2024, electricity is going to go up. Water bill is going to go up. Internet, telephone, groceries, ice cream. But you might not be able to buy cheese just now. You never know. With the cost of electricity going up, gas station owner will say, you know what, we're not making. They're going to energy ministry, and boom, like that. Gas is going to go up. Watch out now, let's see. Now, rising crime, cyber attack, breaches, and escalated national debate continue to unravel TNT's security, according to Outpost East MP Rudal Munilal. Listen to what he has to say.
We live in a data-driven world. Today, things like your ID number, your date of birth can reveal a lot about you. Hackers can put together just like a jigsaw puzzle, and all of a sudden they have your identity. Your identity is important because if you lose that identity, it can be used to do other criminal activity. If they lose that, there are organizations in this country, the judiciary, Unicoma, I'm coming to Unicoma in a little while, TSTT, Southwest Regional Health Authority, PriceSmart, have experienced data breaches. The government has taken no steps to protect the public. We need them to inform us, how deep was this breach? How extensive was it? Is it just a website?
So, Trinidad and Tobago, while Unicoma acknowledged and updated its website following the breach, He emphasized that the role of Unicoma in TNT, not solely as a retailer, but as a facilitator of numerous small business, aiding the middle income group with access to vital microfinance. Dr. Monilal noted that persons who do not transact or who do transaction supply sensitive personal and data banking, making clarity on the breaches essential. Listen to this.
Unicoma will tell us that is the example of how this affects ordinary people. And that is an important point I wanted to tell you. That the public need to comprehend that Unicoma and other groups serves a very important role in this country. Apart from selling furniture and so on, they facilitate a number of transactions. And these transactions supply they have sensitive personal information and data. And that cannot be compromised or in the hands of the criminal class.
So Trinidad and Tobago, having data breach is a serious thing. Imagine the bank have your information, private information. And imagine if the banking sector in Trinidad and Tobago has a cyber attack. It's a breach on your finance. It's a breach on your installment. It's a breach on your ID card, your driver's permit, your birth paper. A breach on your work. They will know everything about you. And they could even use your identity on someone else. It happens. It happens. So we have to be very, very careful in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something. I don't walk around with a bank card and thing, you know. No, I'm telling you, I don't walk around with a bank card. I don't walk around with cash and thing, you know. I will go in a building, go in a business place. Do I have to run here one secretary or a bodyguard that will come and drop money for you? I don't work with cash, honey. I'm a licensed money lender, yes, but I don't work with cash. I don't. Because of how time's getting? No. Yes, I do spiritual work, but I will tell you, common sense was made before a book. Common sense is made before a book. I walk with fire. Jump me and you go see something. Well, come and say empty the matic. You go hear something singing semi-automatic. Yeah, don't play with me. Don't play with me at all, at all, at all. I just tell people that. Now, I respect every individual in Trinidad and Tobago. I have full respect for race, for religion, for ethnic groups. I have proper respect. But you see, from the time you want to play your bullying, nah, that's a different thing. It's a different thing. So, Trinidad and Tobago, we are in a time now that we need to keep our eyes, our ears, and our brain functioning properly. Because there's an upsurge in criminal activity. There's an upsurge in cyber attacks. How many of you knows about skimming? You give somebody a card, when you tell yourself they're passing it here, because they're passing to the side here and then bring it back here. So you get skimmed right here. Because of that, I don't work with card. I don't work with cash because of these things. But I'm not telling you don't work with it, you know. I just send it for my safety. I don't. Somebody else will pass later and pay my bill. And this is how I function. Yes, I'm a licensed money lender. I often tell you, you're looking for cash borrow, it's not a problem. As long as you have some form of security or collateral for we to hold, we will do business. And then our company is expanding in Guyana. Let me tell you something. Guyana is going to be so successful. So successful. Because the type of people we meet in Guyana, they want to do business with us. And then again, all the English-speaking country around the world, synergy is being shown. So I am known in Guyana, in Trinidad, of the Caribbean, and around the world. So when you see me, it's like, hey, look, Saeed. Yes. Even when I say, Saeed, how are you? Good program, keep it up. Yes. So viewers, in Trinidad, we want everything to go digitalized. But we also have to be careful. Banks want to go cashless just now. Cashless. We have to be careful. So this is upon you as an individual to safeguard your information. Your information and your information alone is your identity. When that breaches or that lost, or somebody is in control of that data, they can use your information on somebody else. Nevertheless. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight. The rerun of this program is tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and we'll be right back here with our Public Concerns Night. Until we meet again, good night.